Hello and welcome back. Today I'm going to be carrying on with the Masterpiece series. So I'm just going to put my collector's guide here just so that we can remember everything that we get. Obviously it does continue on the other side. So just to refresh your memory, the last ones that we did, I got this. One second, let me just put my light on. There we go. I got this, which is the original of this painting. Pop that actually put that there, pop that there. I got this, which is the spoof fake Van Gogh. And I got this, which is the original painting again. So they're the three that I got in my first capsule. My husband has got me some as an early Valentine's gift. And allowed me to open them. So I thought I've opened one of them and I just wanted to show you what I got and make it for you while we're on this video. So the first bag that I got was this quite big one, and in here we can see that I got one of the easels. That's everything in the bag. I got one of the easels, which is very, very cool. Very excited about that. I'm going to pop that over to the side for a moment, and then I'll make it in a minute. The second one I got was this lovely painting, which is very, very cute. I believe that's one of the originals. A new frame, which is not one of the ones we've had before, and obviously the frame for the picture to go in the frame. Frame in a frame. Ooh. Then we got this one, which I didn't open, but I'm going to open for you now, which is the magnifying glass. It's a very pretty magnifying glass, but we do get one with every capsule. So just pop that to one side. That's everything you get in that one. It's just a magnifying glass and a little pamphlet on how to use a magnifying glass, which I found quite funny. In fact, I'm going to read this for you because I can. It says, "Do not use magnifying glass under direct sunlight or any harsh light to avoid eye strain. Do not play with it for a long time." Can't make this up, folks. So there's that. The next one we got was the same frame we got on two of the other paintings, and then the inner frame, and then we got the one I wanted the most. Very, very, very cool. Very happy about that. And then the third and final painting that we got in this capsule. Again, same frame we've had before, and the inner frame. And then we got the fake spoof version of the one that we got before. So although it's the same painting, it is slightly different. This is the original, this is the fake. Very, very cool. Very happy that I got one of each. So that was that. So let's put this easel together first of all. So we do have instructions on how to do it, but they are fairly straightforward, to be honest with you. So we need this long piece, this tiny piece, and this piece. And what we do is simply take this piece, which has got the little pins on it. Oh, one of the pins is bent. 1 second. Just bent that back into place with my tooth. Did not notice that earlier. But yeah, we just take this one with the little pins. You can see there's two little holes there. So we just pop those into there like that. Squeeze that together, and then we take two side pieces. Just take these out. There we are. So we've got two side pieces, and we make sure that these bits are on the top, facing inwards. You can see there's loads of grooves inside them. And then, yeah, with that bit facing us, clip that into there. Okay, into those two pieces. There and there. And the same on the other side. Into there and there. And then what we do is take this little piece here, and on the back, where you've got this little nub here, got a little hook, pop that onto there, whoops, like that. So we can fold it and unfold it. And then the last thing we do is pop this anywhere you like on there. I'll put it right at the bottom. and then that also moves up and down, so you can display a painting on there if you like. It's not the sturdiest. Well, if you pull it too much it will come back off, but pop that to one side. I'm going to put my Van Gogh on there. I think my fake Van Gogh. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to put this one on there because I think that's going to look quite nice on there. See? Lovely. Okay, so these are quite straightforward. Let's start with this one because I love this frame. It's very pretty. So as we said before, we do that. We remove this piece first. This big piece here. And then we line the frame up with the adhesive side. You can see the really shiny piece on the inside there. Line that up with all of the edges. I've done that on the wonk. There we go. Like that. Make sure it's pressed down nice and firmly all the way around. And then we remove these bits, which are notoriously quite difficult. I'm just going to bend that out, and then there we go. That works quite nicely. Doesn't want to do what it's supposed to do. Oh no. There we go. Ta-da. Okay, and then we just fold these edges in like this, all the way around. I might pop it down there and do it actually. I think that might be a bit more studder. Then flatten that piece onto the top. Again, this one, flatten, this one, flatten, this one, and flatten. And there it is, all nice. And then you just pop it into the frame, push it all the way in, and there's one framed. Very pretty. I love the texture on these. They are some of my favourites, I have to say. I'm really loving the Masterpiece set. I don't like the fact that we get so many of the same frames, but when you look at it, there's only 8 different frames you can get, and obviously there's, how many does it say on here? I think it's over, let me see. Yeah, over 50 to collect. So I don't know if that's, let me just see. 2, 4, 6, 12. Yeah, so when it, with the paintings and the statues, there's over 50. So obviously only having 8 different frames, we're obviously going to get a lot of repeats on those. The only frames I haven't got so far, obviously these 4 bottom ones and that one. I've got these 3. Yeah, I was just double checking, but yeah, I'm definitely missing that one and those 4 so far. So that's that. Right, so the next one I'm going to do is, no, I'm going to do this one next because that's my favourite. One of my favourite pictures of all time, actually. The Starry Night is my ultimate favourite out of the ones that you get on here. I would like the Mona Lisa and the original Van Gogh sunflowers painting, but we will see. I've got quite a few to collect at this point. So my husband got me 3 of these capsules as an early Valentine's present, and this was just one of them. Obviously these 3, well, those 2 and that one were from the previous, but very exciting times. And I do want the full collection, ideally. I think they're great. You know, I've seen people put magnets on the back of them, turn them into fridge magnets. I've seen people put brooch backs onto them and turn them into, you know, pin badges or brooches. I've seen people use them in dolls' houses. What else have I seen people do with them? Necklace. Someone put one on a necklace. I think it's a bit bulky for a necklace personally, but you do you. I think it's up to whatever you want to do, really. But I do think that mini brands have really pulled out all the stops on this one. It is my favourite collection that mini brands have done. It's probably my favourite collection ever, to be honest, even with Miniverse. But I do really, really love it. And it's so easy. There's no resin involved. Children could do it. You know, it's a bit fiddly, but there's no reason a child couldn't do it if they wanted to. There's nothing harmful about it. You're not going to hurt yourselves or get anything on your hands or anything like that. So very, very lovely. And they're beautiful. And I love the fact that most of them are real paintings. It's just the spoofy ones that aren't, you know, like, as I say, the Van Gogh sunflowers, for example, having a rose and a little mouse instead of, and one of the sunflowers here is a bit different as well. There's like a bigger sunflower there in the original, and you can see it on here actually. So the original, there's a bigger sunflower. You can't really see. There, you can see there's a tiny one there and a bigger one there. Obviously, that rose is a sunflower on the original, and there's no mouse on the original. So I haven't got the original, but I have got the fake. But I quite like the fake as well. But I would like the original as well. So that will be good when I get that one. This one doesn't have a fake. This is just the original. Same with this one. And same with my favourite. Very big Da Vinci fan myself. And just always loved that image. I think it's beautiful. I think it teaches us a lot, but I'm not going to go into that too much. So I'm just trying to really get this piece of plastic off. It's being a real nightmare. There we go. Wonderful. So the only accessories that I still need is this easel in the darker brown, and the artist palette, which I'll show you in a second. I've already got one of the crates in my first ever capsule, as you'll probably remember from the last video I did on these. So that's the only accessory I'm missing now, is those two, sorry, the palette and the dark brown easel. But again, there are a lot of paintings to collect. You're going to get duplicates of the crates and stuff. I won't mind. I won't mind at all, to be honest. Oh, look how pretty that looks now it's all done. Love that. Love that a lot. In fact, I'm going to just... Is that the same size? No. That's a shame. Pop that in there then. So there we go. So they're the ones I've done in this video. Very, very cute. I think you'll agree. Even fake, it's adorable. And there's the real one of those. And the real one of those. And again, the textures on these, I know it's really hard to see it in the video, but they're all raised. It just feels lovely. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. It's been fun for me. I've got some extremely fun things coming up over the next couple of weeks. Oh yeah, I was going to show you this, wasn't I? Sorry. The accessories you can get. So we've got the crate in our first ever capsule. We've just got this easel. Obviously the magnifying glass we get anyway in every single capsule. And then we've got this dark version of this one, which does look a bit different actually. It's got some scrolls on the bottoms of it and stuff, whereas this one's just got straight legs. So very cute, would really love that. But yeah, so that's everything in this video. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks, bye.